I want to thank everyone for sharing. 5 years ago, Hurricane Sandy, and I want to just give some of my thoughts. And it was really about people helping people. And there's one story I want to tell because I think it really encapsulates the spirit and what people from Long Beach are all about. And it was about the Long Beach High School football team. They had qualified to make the playoffs. And then when Hurricane Sandy hit, the players, they couldn't go back into their homes. They were on curfews. School was closed. So the superintendent of Long Beach schools made a comment saying that the Long Beach football team is going to have to cancel and forfeit to Cary. And the players said, "We're not forfeiting. We're about, yes, we've had some adversity. Yes, we're not in our homes. Yes, we've barely able to practice. But we work so hard all year long. And even though we're going to have a lot of adversity, we're going to play in that football game." So somehow they got it together with very little practice, living in friends and relatives' homes, having very little sleep, very little preparation. They played that football game against Cary High School. And even though they lost the game, it wasn't really about winning or losing. It was just about competing and about the spirit. And I remember the Franklin Square community donated all the proceeds from that day to the people of Long Beach. And they couldn't have been nicer. And the way the kids on the football teams, Cary and Long Beach, embraced after the game. Just being there that day, I was so proud of those football players, of what they overcame and being told they had a forfeit and getting it together to play that game, just being there. And then after that, I was one of the 3 people along with Benoit and Steve Zagara that we started along with Long Beach, and through our fundraising efforts, we were able to raise some money, and that's always going to have a special place in my heart. Raise money for the soup kitchen and the MLK Center, and one of the things we raised money for is that, I'll never forget it, is that the Long Beach High School marching band had most of their uniforms destroyed by the hurricane, and we had a huge fundraiser at Mulcahy's, and we paid for a whole lot of new uniforms so the kids could perform in the marching band. But I was just so overwhelmed by, so many people saying that no matter how much their houses and their lives were turned upside down, that Long Beach is their home, and Long Beach will always be their home. And this is where they were born. This is where they're going to spend the rest of their lives, and no hurricane can stop them from their love and devotion to Long Beach. And over time, things did get better in Long Beach. We have a gorgeous boardwalk. The movie theater was, after a couple of years, was rebuilt. Beautiful movie theater. A lot of people have raised houses, beautiful houses. My biggest regret, besides the devastation of the people being out of their homes, and I worked so tirelessly to try to help, was the fact that Long Beach lost the Long Beach Medical Center for so many reasons. Number one, so many people were out of a job. So many people that worked there lost their job. But more importantly, the fact that Long Beach is on a barrier island and not having a hospital, especially in the middle of the summer when the boardwalk is cooking and the beach is cooking, and people can't get to Long Beach Medical Center and have to go other places, and especially we have a lot of elderly here in Long Beach. So to me, that was and still is the most devastating aspect of Hurricane Sandy, that we lost our hospital. That's the most devastating thing. But the positive thing is that so many people stepped up. So many people gave of themselves without sleep, worked tirelessly to help strangers, to help neighbors. People like James Hodge from MLK Center would go out in the middle of the night and knock on doors and make sure that some elderly had their medications and the antibiotics, and so many people like James that stepped up. And it just shows you, 5 years later, what a special community we are of people that care and love, and this is what makes Long Beach a really special place. So it's hard to believe it's 5 years, and I want to thank everyone here for sharing. We heard a lot of heart-wrenching and beautiful stories, and it's all about the same thing, that this is a special place. And yes, Hurricane Sandy was devastating and caused millions of dollars of damage, but we're back, we're stronger, and thank you so much for taking part of our show tonight. Thank you.